Right, so welcome to the video on sea otters, as should have been apparent from the name of the video. For those of you worried about the adult content, I probably say the F word later on, but by and large that whole adult thing is because of, let's start, emails. A lot of you have been saying that you're not going to bother clicking like on my videos on YouTube because you don't want to log in. And one of you turned around and said, if you make me log in because it's an adult video, I will click like. You're all logged in now. Now you can all click like. So that's the first email. I'm going to stop swinging on my chair. I probably won't. Anyway, next email. We'll get there. Why aren't you reading these in Japanese if you live in Japan? Well, the reason for that is 私はすごい日本語下手です。はい、3年間日本に住んでいました。でも、まだ日本語わかりません。わかるでも、それは話ちょっとにくいです。そしたら、今には無理です。ごめんなさい。それは無理。もし、君は字幕とか書いてます。それは OK。でも自分で書いてません。Next. I think that's it for the important stuff. Oh, one of you wanted to see the camera that I'm recording this with. Yet again, same day, same place. I've been using this thing. And while this is a beautiful, beautiful camera, it was not primarily designed for sitting here recording video. Although it does have this awesome little flippy screen, which is great for when I'm taking photographs of bugs. Which reminds me, I need to finish my photography website. Anyway, so I will record in video when I get my video camera back off my little brother, which will probably be in August. I'm just pulling faces. So, Otters. Totally not the name of the sea otter, but it totally should be. And Hydrolutris, I believe, is the sea otter, which is, yep, this guy over here. First things first, there's a bit of a common, fallacy is the wrong word, common misconception about what sea otters spend most of their time doing. Most people seem to think it spends the vast majority of its waking hours grooming itself. Not true. Yes, they do spend a lot of time grooming, and yes, grooming is important to sea otters for reasons that we'll come on to, but like most animals in the world that we know of, they spend the majority of their time foraging and hunting for food. The sea otter spends up to about 60% of its day hunting. Usually they'll wake up an hour before dawn, go hunting, by which I mean usually diving to the bottom of the seabed and looking for mollusks, crustaceans, anything with a shell on it, and fish. They do it an hour before dawn, wake up, start again. They wake up an hour before dawn, they go hunting, they eat, they have a bit of a siesta around noon, early afternoon they do the same again, and then if they need to they'll go hunting again just before dusk. They actually have this really, really cool way of eating, which I don't know if you'll have seen it in an aquarium. I don't know what the feeding times are like, but what they do is they lie on their back, as they do normally, and on their chest they'll rest a mollusk and they'll whack it with a hammer, except that not at this speed. They do it at about 3 times a second for 15 seconds, which that's a bit like an epic drum solo. I don't think that I can drum for 45 seconds solid, just 3 times a second. Nah. I haven't honestly tried. Still don't think I can do it. Yes, so that's that. Why do they spend so much time hunting for food and not so much time grooming themselves? Well, all animal behavioral biology can come down to one of the 3 F's of biology. If you're weak with the F word, you might want to put me on mute for the next 30 seconds. The 3 F's of biology are feeding, fucking, and fighting, which basically states that if an animal is doing something, it's doing something because it's either trying to feed, because it's trying to get laid, or it is it's doing it as an aggressive behaviour or a way of intimidating other things that might be trying to impede on our second F of biology. You can argue that the grooming is something that's done. I'm messing up my hair. You could argue that the grooming is something that is done to make themselves look pretty for any lady otters out there that it might be trying to get its smack on. Not actually the case. There are 4 main reasons, I think, why sea otters groom themselves. The first is to take out any tangled up bits of hair, which, same reason humans brush their hair by and large. The second is to remove any broken hairs, any loose hairs that have fallen out. If you run your hands through your hair, hey, 2 of them, hairs break off. It's normal, it's natural, and you need to get rid of them because it just looks like crap otherwise. As for the sea otters, they need to get rid of it because sea otters actually have the densest hair out of any mammal out there that we know of. Should probably stop fixing that to the end of stuff. Yeah. That's something for another video. So, that's untangle hair, remove loose hairs. The third one is to remove food from their hair. As I said, they lie on their back, they've got this food all over their chest, they need to get rid of that, lest something comes and starts deciding it wants to live in its hair. Yeah, you know when it does that little barrel roll thing in the water? That's because it's trying to wash out bits of food and the like that's got matted in its chest hair. I can only imagine how horrible that is. The fourth reason that it does that, you know when it looks like it's doing the weird scratchy thing where it's scratching his chest and his head and it's not trying to dance. I've seen people dancing like that, but that's not what it's doing. What it's doing there is it's trying to squeeze water out of the hair and bring air back in by ruffling it effectively. And what this does is it traps air closer to the skin and makes the thing buoyant, makes it float. I guess it would also keep it warm, to be perfectly honest, by putting air next to the skin. It will keep it warmer than if it had water next to the skin, which that's not something that I'd thought of before this. Time's a wasting. It also blows into its fur for the same reason, but I don't think that's in this video. So that's why they do what they do. Now, without any further ado, here is the otter doing what it does. Not that dirty stuff, just the grooming bit. Enjoy the video. Okay, that's it for that video. I'll try and talk less in the next one. If there's anything you want to see in particular, do let me know. Yes, like, subscribe, share, that order. I'll see you with another video soon. Ta-ta.